Hey, good afternoon everybody from Universal's Islands of Adventure. Today is a Thursday, and guess what? Back at Universal once again. This time, we're gonna do Stay and Scream tonight for Halloween Horror Nights. It's a little after 12:30 right now. I'm over in Islands of Adventure. We're gonna roam around the park, maybe jump on Velocicoaster, try and get some food, do a lap around the park. We got a few hours before we need to be over to the studio side for Stay and Scream. So Stay and Scream, if you're not familiar, is where if you have a Stay and Scream pass or you're a pass holder, you can stay in the park after it closes tonight at 5. You'll be put in like a holding pen where you can stay and wait for the release at 6 p.m. when Halloween Horror Nights opens to the public. That way you could get to your house of choice sooner than if you were outside the park. We're gonna try that tonight. I've never done it, so this should be a fun experiment. So come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold.
It's very low crowds today, so I think I'm gonna use this day to ride some rides I don't usually ride. So first one, right behind us, Incredible Hulk. Right outside of where the lockers and the entrance to Incredible Hulk is Storm Force Accelatron. I've actually never been on this. It's kind of like the teacups at Disney on steroids, baby. One of the shortest rides in the park, always consistently, is Dr. Doom's Fear Fall. I don't know why that is. Maybe because it's hidden away. If you come up behind me, this is the main path out here. And this is sort of a pathway. Now, even though Dr. Doom, the ride is tall, you can easily pass this by if you're not from here and or have never been here before. So the other thing to note is that for a while now, maybe a month, they took the tops off. I guess they're doing some sort of refurbishment on them, and they're not back up yet. It's a little spooky when it looks like you're about to go off the top of the ride without the top on. But I did see a crane in the backstage area when I was riding a Hulk, so I know that they are working or getting ready to put those tops back on. Also to note, Dr. Doom and the Green Goblin are out doing meet and greets today. Across the main path from Spider-Man, behind the hot dog booth, there's a store right here, and in the very back, labeled store, there's a new, or maybe not new, but new again, Spider-Man meet and greet in a separate location. Usually he was meeting outside with Captain America and Storm, but now he's got his own meet and greet indoors. You see him back there? That's a much better environment for a Spider-Man meet and greet. Also want to update a Captain America diner here in Marvel Superhero Island. Just closed most of 2020, and well, all of 2020, and most of 2021 so far is now back open. Yeah, it just looks like burgers and chicken tenders. We got chicken salad and a meatless burger. But I also wanted to point out that if you have a refillable mug, that there is an indoor freestyle station here, which not all places have. But down here at the bottom, on the water, which these are good tables overlooking Velocicoaster, there are freestyle machines here. Also here in Toon Lagoon, not open today, but I was told by a team member that it is now back open. Some is the Comic Strip Cafe. Also chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, pizzas, and they say it's got a dragon combo platter, so they got some Chinese food. That is a weird, interesting mix. Although the ice cream parlor is open, serving waffle cones, cups, milkshakes, and floats. Also the Betty Boop store, which I haven't seen open, so this is new to me, is back open. The Betty Boop store. Let's go take a walk through. So it looks like they have some generic Universal merchandise, but they also have a lot of just Betty Boop merchandise. I don't know if I have ever been in here. Coffee mug, or pretty much any name you can imagine. Got leggings, dresses. My favorite burger place here in the Islands of Adventure is open, Wimpy's. But before we come back and get a burger, something caught my eye. If you come down this plaza, which Wimpy's is right across from the entrance to Popeye and Bluto's Bilge-Rat Barges, go down to the end is Me Ship the Olive, which is back open. How exciting. It's a kids play area. Let's take a walk through. Oh, gotta have the spinach. Lots and lots of spinach. A very good view of the Velocicoaster from up here. Looking down on Bilge-Rat Barges from here also. Oh my God, you can spray the people from up here. This is the greatest day of my life. We got one more level we can go up. Oh, we have now made it to the top of the olive. Stop! Back up! Also from the top of here is a great view of Hulk. Great view of the entire landscape. So normally I try and offer you something different, but today I'm just craving the Wellington Cheeseburger. So it comes with cheddar cheese, tomato, lettuce, pickle, onions, mayo, and ketchup. $15.99, not a cheap cheeseburger, but take my word for it, best cheeseburger in the park. So from outside Velocicoaster, it's a, you know, this is so far the first area of the park that I've seen that appears busy. It's currently at a 40-minute wait time, which is not terrible for most rides. It's actually pretty busy for this ride. It makes me feel like maybe they're running only a train less than they normally do today, because typically they can get that wait time down pretty fast. So usually from this point, it's not quite 40 minutes, but we're going to jump in line. I'm going to get over here to the single rider line and give it a spin. Between stations, the London's King's Cross shows 10 minutes. So I'm over at the Universal Studios Park. Just took the Hogwarts Express over here. It's now 4 o'clock. The park closes tonight at 5, and Halloween Horror Nights starts tonight at 6. So you have a couple of options. One is if you're a regular day guest and you have a Halloween Horror Nights ticket, you can go over to one of the holding areas. The only other people allowed are annual pass holders or people who purchased the Scream Early ticket. So a Scream Early ticket is if you don't have a day ticket, but you have a Halloween Horror Nights ticket, you can get an add-on, which is a Scream Early, which lets you into the park early and allows you into one of the holding pens. The first holding pen is in New York, sort of close to Revenge of the Mummy. This is also known as the Finnegan's holding area. So this is the one you want to go to if you're interested in being inside in the air conditioning. You can go into Finnegan's bar, get a bite to eat, get a drink at the bar, and this one is going to let you out closest to Bride of Frankenstein and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The next one is Central Park, otherwise known as Springfield area. Now this is the one that if you want to be first into Beetlejuice or Hill House, this is the holding area that you want to be in. The third one is sort of by the Today Show, or the sort of the Betty Boop store right there at the front of the park. This one will let you into Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Bride of Frankenstein, or Tooth Fairy, Icons, sort of close to that area, sort of 30 Years of Fear. You'll be released slightly before the front gates, so you can catch anything there in the front of the park. So my priority today is to go back through Hill House again. So I'm going to go over here to the Springfield one. You know, I'm going to end up being in line probably an hour to get first in the house, but that's okay. I'm here early. I've never experienced it, so we're going to go through the process, and I'll be able to tell you whether or not I think it's worth it, especially in this holding area, because from what I understand, this one that I'm going to doesn't have any shade. Like I said, it is 4:45. The park closes at 5 o'clock, and then they will probably release us about 5:45 to the house. So 15 minutes early. So we have an hour more to wait. Okay, it is now 5:20. Park's been closed 20 minutes. You see all the way behind me. The crowd has filled in quite a bit. It's now pretty crowded in here. I feel like any moment now they're gonna move us up to the actual queue line. So I'm hoping that'll happen pretty soon. All right, 5:25, and they are leading us out into the actual queue. All right, so we officially are in line for Hill House 30 minutes before the event opens. So once we get up here and get queued up, I'll let you know when we actually are let into the house. I'm gonna guess probably 15 minutes early, which will be 15 minutes from now. So we'll see. 5:33, we're filling in the queue. There's the house over in the distance. Probably 100 or so people in front of me. Plus, there's the front of the line right over there. So we're not too far back. It is now 5:37. All right, and here we go. At 5:43. They starting to let the express people in first, and then the general line. Try and get out of this one, and then we're gonna run over to one of the other houses, Wicked Growth and Puppet Theater one. So we'll see how fast we can get through this and get over to the other house. Just out of Hill House, it's 5:50, so the gates are still not even open yet. I have to say, that was my second time through Hill House. Hey, there's Jack. That was my second time through Hill House, and that was fantastic. It was even better this time than it was the first time. So that was really cool. A couple of really good scares in there. I actually got shook a couple of times, so I didn't have that experience the first time. Jen got a pretty good jump scare the first time she went through it. So that was awesome. On to house number 2. All right, so I got back to the back. Puppet Theater, captive audience, 15-minute wait. Wicked Growth, Realm of the Pumpkin, also 15-minute wait. This is one of the more popular houses. I think it's one of the best houses this year. And it's, you see there's nobody behind me. It's 6:04, pretty much a straight walk on. 6:30, 30 minutes into the event. Been through 4 houses in 30 minutes. I said that's pretty good. Got through Hill House, Wicked Growth, Puppet Theater. Welcome to Scary. It's time for some pizza fries. Welcome to the world famous pizza fries. I also got, just because it really smelled good, they had a grilled cheese booth. This one is called the jalapeno popper. I'll have to cut into it. But it's got cheddar cheese, jalapeno cream cheese, and jalapeno bacon. Oh. If you are a jalapeno fan, a jalapeno popper fan, a bacon fan, or grilled cheese fan, that's all of these things wrapped into one. This is outstanding. That is a tasty sandwich. So as far as the pizza fries go, it's nothing special. It's basically French fries with tomato sauce and pizza toppings on it. It's just one of those foods that's been around at HHN for a bunch of years. So it's sort of a tradition, and now everybody has to get pizza fries. I mean, it's okay. The tomato sauce is not my favorite. The pepperonis and the sausages are okay. But, you know, when in Rome, right? This grilled cheese, though, I'm telling you, this is outstanding. So I think this is going to be my last house of the night. This is one of my 2 favorites so far. Case Files Unearthed. This is Jen's favorite. My first or second, I don't know. It's starting to become more my first, but 35 minutes will be the last one I'm going to do tonight. Because it said 35 minutes, but it literally is a walk-on, so it's like 5 minutes. So I may do this one and then try and do maybe one more. We'll see. Well, as always, I had another fantastic day here at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. Started over at Islands today, rode some rides, got a little bite to eat, and then came over to the studio side of things. Stayed for Halloween Horror Night, did the Scream and stayed, and I was able to get through 7 houses. It is now 8 o'clock. Event started at 6. Got through 7 houses in 2 hours. Plus stopped and had some pizza fries. So I'd call that a win, a huge win. It was not busy early on. People are piling into the park now. So I'm gonna be heading on out. But guys, as always, thank you for coming along. If never lost and never found. So go get lost.